Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinker right out here in the lab. Boy, I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Let's do what we do. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. Numbers are looking good. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that with the lessons I give. That's why I do what I do for you. I'm here every day for you. Let's go. Know thyself is the question. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. I appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believes and think they know, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about two kinds of right thinkers. I'm starting to notice that, so I'm gonna call you out. Okay, no difference. If you are Christian and you ain't doing Christian stuff, stop calling yourself a Christian. Okay, only good Christians should call themselves Christians. If you ain't a good Christian, you ain't considered Christian. Why? You're not following the rules and tenets that you claim to follow. That's why. So if you're a right thinker, if you ain't doing the right thinking concepts, you ain't really a right thinker. So you got two kinds of right thinkers: speculative right thinker and an operative right thinker. Which one are you? Once I lay it out for you, you should know for yourself which one you are. I don't call it, I just name it. Let's go. Operative right thinkers live right thinker philosophy when daily. Those are the ones who are what? Blessed. Why? Because if you live right and do right, on the backside of that is a blessing for you. And only those who do that will know that. So if you're a good Christian, Muslim, or Jew, you know why you're a good Muslim, Christian, or Jew. The things that you do makes you what you claim to be. That's all I'm saying. And really, you have what you call exoteric knowledge. That's the basics across the board information that everybody gets for the masses, they call it. Then you got esoteric. Esoteric is what I tell you about shady, hidden messages. You got to study. You got to get into the situation to really understand it. So if you just skim across, right, thinking, yeah, you know a little bit about it, okay, that makes you a speculative right thinker, okay? A operative right thinker does right thinking daily. A speculative right thinker thinks and understands it, but don't put it to action. So again, when I lay it out for you, you decide which one you are. All right. If you're operative right thinker, that means you put in your work. When daily, that's right thinking philosophy, right there in a nutshell. You do it daily. You incorporate it in your daily life, the rules and the principles that govern us as right thinkers. You can implement them daily. And yes, they do work. Okay. If you what? Implement it. I know, watch this, as an operative right thinker, I do it. I'm living a righteous life when daily. And I'm what? Being blessed. Well, what? Daily. If you can say in earnest, I receive a blessing every day, then you're doing something right. If you can't say, well, I get my blessings every day, why not? I leave that there. You can handle that one. The operative right thinkers I keep getting a little caught, but this is the same thing. So I'm just flipping the concept. The operative right thinkers will what? Will tell you right thinking philosophy what works. Man, it worked. Why? Because they're using it. Only way you can know something works is if you try it. So I appreciate all of you guys. Operative right thinkers are what? Devoted to that philosophy of right thinking. Why? Because they're getting something from putting it in the work that the right thinking says, and they're getting rewarded. Not for me. I just tell you how to do it, and the blessings come to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just pointing you in the right direction so you can receive your blessing from Him. Why? By serving and really knowing Him. Still early, 2:30, but who counting? All right, here you go. Speculative right thinking. Let's talk about them. They think they are operative right thinkers, but you can't believe when you ain't doing something that you're doing it. You know you ain't doing it. You can think it, you can learn it, you can comprehend it. But if you ain't doing it, you got nothing. It's like knowing right from wrong and still doing wrong. What's the difference in knowing? The point of knowing the difference is you acting on the difference. When you don't do what's right, when you decide to do what you want to do, you're not serving your higher self no more. You start to serving yourself, aka the devil or set. But whoever, whatever you want to call it, that's who you're serving, not God. So speculative Masons, listen up. Excuse me, speculative right thinkers. Speculative right thinkers are thinkers. They're just not what? Doers. They think right thinking. They understand right thinking. They just don't do it. Why? That's how some people are. Just want to know, just, yeah, yeah. But did you try it? Moving on. Yeah, speculative right thinkers will do what? Talk a good one. They can sit and have a good conversation about, yeah, yeah, yeah. But they don't put none of that stuff into action. We know about them. You know about them? I'm telling you, I'm finding out about them. A bunch of perpetrating right thinkers. That scares me. That you'd even try to attempt to perpetrate knowing you. There's no benefits in faking being your best self or being the right thinker. There's no benefits in it. The leader of this philosophy name is P Funk. P Funk means pure, real. Funk is real. So with that concept, fake has nothing to do and nowhere, no role in anything of right thinking philosophy. We fake nothing, especially not having knowledge of self. That's crazy. All right, here you go. Now, your speculative right thinkers will add or take away some of the right thinking philosophy principles, what? To suit themselves, to make it work for them. Well, he said this, but I think, okay, but that ain't what the principles say. I ain't changing my yacht to say what I wanted to say. You follow the rules, you implement them, and then you see why they're the rule. A lot of us do what we want to do. That's all ego. Whenever you decide to say, all right, and understand this, they didn't call the ego, they didn't call set the ego for just haphazard. No, it means edging God out. When you say I and no am, it's just you by yourself. That's the ego self. He don't mind. Why? Mm-hmm. But when it's time to pay up, he cower like because he ain't got no kick coming. He's not good. And if you doing what's not right, you ain't good either. Just man. Just saying. Speculative right thinkers will make you watch this. Think they are right thinkers. Yeah, they talk it like I said. But watch this. Because why? They can talk a good talk, but they don't walk the walk. You can tell the difference. You got right thinkers who profess to be right thinkers, wild and doing crazy stuff. Oh yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. I see the same thing in Christians. So I'm starting to understand everybody ain't gonna do what I'm starting to realize that too. Okay, that's the reality. Moving on. Speculative right thinkers will never walk the walk. Why? They'll just talk the talk with no action, making operative Mason look bad. Yeah, if you ain't doing what we doing, you shouldn't call yourself one of us. That's why I called out people when I was in the hustle game. If you was a perpetrator, and I'm calling you out. I've always been that way, so don't get mad. That's who I am. That's how I am, and I'm not changing. Moving on. Now let's talk about operative right thinkers. Who are they? They are the non-doers. Remember, doing the non-doer. I'm a doer. If you're a doer, that means you want something in return. Non-doers do without wanting anything in return. It's called selfless service. That's what my app practice. That's what I practice. Now, operative right thinkers will what? Will be on their grind. You see me every day. If you follow me, you'll know numbers going down. So obviously everybody keeping up, but I got to do what I got to do for you. Even if it's a different one, I don't care. I'm just putting it out there. So I don't let that run my like, oh, the numbers are down. I ain't doing my job. No, no, no. I just do what I do. It's up to you to come and give. So I'm doing my job. The rest is on you. Let's go. I appreciate you too. Never forget that. Operative right thinkers will do what? Will do and be what? There for their friends and family and loved ones. Always. If you're in need, if you're in need and you come to me, I'm going to help you. Simple as that. To the extent of my ability. Understand that too. If I say I can't, that means I can't. Don't question when I say I can't. Don't ask me. No, don't ever do that. So if I say I can't, that means I can't. And it means I won't. I'm just being nice. So when I reach the point of my limit, I'm not doing no more. Why? I'm done. I know when I'm done. That's me knowing me. Again, operative right thinkers will show you who they are and what they represent, aka right thinking philosophy. They will live it, they will do it, and they'll be proud of being it. I wear this with pride. Like y'all wear a Gucci and on the front your name. I wear this. My chest pokes out. Okay, here you go. Where we at? Okay. Now, operative right thinkers like myself, what? Love to do what it is we do. And I do what I do for you. And I love that. That's the selfless service that I do, and I get rewarded for it. That's why I do it every day. For those who tune in, you get it. Those who don't, I don't miss nothing. Why? My job is to do it. It ain't my job to tune in. But y'all, that's why I do what I do. It's all for you. So come and get it. For you, when what? When you're in need, I'm the man. Why? I'm a help. Back in the day, I was a pusher man. Want some coke, have some weed? Yeah, you know me. I'm your friend, young man, boy, thick and thin. Now I got nothing but good advice for you. Yeah, I don't want that. But if you followed it, you'd appreciate it. I got thousands so say I do. So moving on. Yeah, operative right thinkers know what speculative right thinkers. We see who you claim to be, but we also know who you're not. Why? Because you're not doing what we're doing, but you claim to be one of us. That's the sad part about anything. I know that any organization or cult, you can't be responsible for all the people who claim to be what they are. Masons, I know a lot of them. A lot of them just ain't good people. Ain't no difference. And I asked my pastor before I joined the church, is church people different than anybody else? He said, no, brother, right? They just like anybody else. So I started realizing, understanding, I don't have to give them a pass because they go to church. So I learned that lesson firsthand. Watch this. Now, operative right thinkers know about you speculative right thinkers. And the talkers of the right thinker philosophy, you're not walkers. A lot of y'all talk right thinker philosophy. Yeah, my man. Yeah, you ain't walking that. So you don't know if it work or not. You just jibber jabber. Again, speculative right thinkers will what? Will get the lesson, tune in and right mentally, yeah. But what? They won't follow things up with the action, implementing it to see that it really works. Now you are a right thinker, operative right thinker. Speculatives are just the Minnie Mouse, the mouth runners, the bandwagon riders. You know how they go. So since my bandwagon is empty, come on, come on, I'll take you all. I'm like, Paul, I'm gonna take you all. All right, but watch this. Speculative right thinkers are what? You're scholarly, your boulets, your doctors, and all them got titles. Those are speculative right there, but they think they got it going on. They think, okay, they get and understand the lesson, and because what? They're intellectually, scholarly, but they don't live it. That lies the problem with a bunch of people who do anything. When you don't put the work in, you don't implement it, you just going along with the nonsense. Speculative right thinkers, watch this, are not phony right thinkers. No, no, no. But per se, but they don't live the right thinking philosophies the right way, which is what? Day per day. I do this every day. It ain't easy, but that's the right thinking philosophy's way. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. If I teach it, I got to live it. Simple as that. Moving on. Okay, speculative right thinkers are your what? Your educated fools who think having a doctorate degree, being in charge of people and doing things makes them better than everybody else. Therein lies your problem. Their ego with the wrong knowledge makes them condescending. Everybody's underneath them. They got, I'm Haru. I'm up there. I know where I'm at. I don't have a problem coming down here amongst the people. Why? Because I can always rise above and do what I got to do. Speculative right thinkers are not my favorite kind of people. Okay, personally, and you can claim to follow my philosophy, but I appreciate that. But if you're not living it, what's the purpose? I don't get why you would think, follow, and understand what I'm doing and don't use it. Just, just saying, excuse me. Speculative right thinkers are good people, just not their best, which they're going to do enough to make you think something. And those kind of people, y'all never going to be successful in life. Why? You're only going to do just enough to make people think you're doing it. You ain't really doing it. Put the work in and actually get the results for yourself. You ain't got to fake nobody out. A lot of that going on. Why? They need to become speculative right thinkers are good people, just not their best. In order to be their best, what? They got to become the operative right thinker. Put your work in. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what makes me an operative right thinker. I'm also a speculative right thinker. Well, I can talk the talk. So I can go either way. It don't make a difference. But if you're going to do it, you got to be the operative. Let's go wrap it up. Now, hands on. Operative right thinkers do what? Put the work in. When? Daily. Speculative right thinkers do what? They don't daily. They just do it whenever they want to. Why? Because they feel like they can do it like that. Turn it off and on, like some people with God. I'm God conscious, means I'm always thinking about God. I'm spiritually disciplined, so I'm only gonna do what I think God is pleasing in God's eyes. That don't make me no different. No, no. I just do it. And you can call it what you want, but if you're doing it, you're walking, you're living it, that means you God-fearing man or woman. That means you're a good person. That means your heart is light and you doing what you need to do. So when your judgment day comes, you'll be just fine. They don't care how much money you make. They don't care how long you put years in. Oh, that means nothing. But your actions makes all the difference. Let me wrap this up for you. Now, if you're operative right thinker, watch this. You're doing the right thing. When daily, that's the right thinking philosophy's way. And that's what makes you an operative right thinker. You do it. If you are speculative right thinker, you are at the lower level, just mental, no action. You think, you know, but how you really gonna manifest if you ain't put it to action? Everything up here is just good up here. You gonna put it to use? Knowledge is power. No, it ain't. Using that knowledge is power. Speculative right thinkers still have some work to do to put in order to get where? To be operative. You still in the mental state. When you physically put the work in, you become operative. Okay, wrapping it up. You start out, and all right thinkers are speculative. Why? You got to think. You got to hear, listen, reflect, and then meditate. When you do those things, you start to change your life around. Why? Because you start making a change in you. And guess what happens? When you start out a speculative right thinker, it's all mental. Yes, that's the whole point. We got to learn, educate yourself, get knowledge. But then you have to what? You reach nihas, aka spiritual enlightenment, or better yet, known as That means knowing thyself. And you have to be an operative right thinker for that to happen for you. That's how it's done. Trust me. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out.